So, you're hitting the gym, session after session, but that one stubborn muscle group just won't grow, right? Weeks, months, same old story in the mirror for that specific area. What if over 80% of your wasted effort on that lagging body part comes down to one basic misunderstanding in how you're training it? It's rarely about not training hard enough, it's about not training smart enough. And the fix? Often a simple tweak that could finally unlock the growth you've been chasing. We've all been there. You're dedicated, consistent, sweating, feeling the burn, but one muscle, chest, biceps, shoulders, calves, just doesn't get the memo. It's frustrating pouring energy in for tiny changes, if any. You might blame genetics or jump between exercises hoping for magic. This cycle of effort without reward is why many stall. The problem isn't your effort, but where it's going. You're likely prioritizing the feeling of a workout, chasing the pump or training to exhaustion over what actually stimulates the growth. That tight, swollen pump feels awesome, right? Makes you feel like you've crushed the muscle, so it must be growing. Arnold loved it. The pump, or transient hypertrophy, means blood flow and metabolic byproducts are in the muscle, and it can play a role. But, and it's a big but, making the pump your main focus is where things go wrong for stubborn muscles. Science is clear. Metabolic stress, the pump, is one piece, but the undisputed champ of muscle growth is mechanical tension, the actual force your muscle fibers face against serious resistance. Chasing only the pump with light weights, high reps, and little rest might give a great pump, but it might not optimally recruit and fatigue all muscle fibers, especially growth-prone type 2 fibers. Relying on the pump or training to exhaustion without strategy often means missing progressive overload. You feel wiped out, pumped, but if mechanical stress isn't increasing over time, your body has no reason to build more muscle. So what's the big secret? No complicated system or obscure exercise. The fix is shifting your focus from chasing the pump to zeroing in on maximizing mechanical tension and consistently applying progressive overload. This simple tweak can kickstart serious growth, even in lagging areas. Think of it like this: the pump is smoke, but mechanical tension and progressive overload, that's the fire. You want a bigger fire, not just more smoke. Understanding and using these principles gives your muscles the signals they need to grow. It's not about training less hard, it's about channeling your hard work effectively. Alright, so let's break these down. First up, mechanical tension. That's basically the force on your muscle fibers when you're lifting. It's actually the main driver of muscle growth, kicking off this whole cellular chain reaction for repair and, more muscle. So, how do you maximize it? Well, you want to lift appropriately heavy, not ego lifting though. Pick a weight that really challenges you for your target reps, where those last couple of reps are tough, but still doable with good form. Loads that are over 85% of your 1 rep max are awesome, but honestly, muscle builds across different rep ranges if you're working close to failure. You should always prioritize quality form and a full range of motion, or at least a good stretch. That way, tension actually hits the muscle you're targeting, not just your joints or, letting momentum take over. A good stretch under load is often super beneficial. Make sure to control the down and explode on the up. The eccentric or lowering phase causes muscle damage, which helps with hypertrophy. So control that part for about 2 to 4 seconds, then lift more forcefully. Now, second is progressive overload, which is honestly the cornerstone of long-term growth. It's all about gradually increasing the demand on your muscles. If you're doing the same thing week in and week out, your body just doesn't have any new reason to adapt. So how do you do it? Well, increase the weight. That's the obvious one. When you can hit your target reps and sets with good form, just nudge the weight up a bit. Or you can increase repetitions with the same weight, aiming for more reps. You can even increase sets, like adding an extra set for that muscle group. Another way is to improve your form, technique, or mind-muscle connection. Better control, a deeper stretch, or just a stronger connection makes tension way more effective. You can also decrease rest times. Strategically though, that can increase workout density, but don't let it mess with your weight or form, especially if mechanical tension is your main thing. Honestly, the absolute key is consistency, always aiming for just a bit more or a bit better. The pump can still happen, but it's really a byproduct, not the main goal. Okay, let's get practical now. It's time to move from those common mistakes to really focusing on tension and progression. Starting with chest, a lot of people overdo flat bench or just crank out high rep flies for the pump. If your upper chest is lagging, you'll want to prioritize incline dumbbell or barbell presses. Focus on getting a deep stretch, use controlled negatives, and keep gradually adding weight or reps. Really feel the tension in those upper pec fibers. For your back, a classic mistake is using way too much momentum in pull-downs or rows. Instead, you want to focus on controlled, heavy rows, whether it's barbell, dumbbell, or machine-supported. Pull your shoulder blades back, drive your elbows, squeeze at the top, and control the descent. Systematically increase the weight, but only with perfect form. Legs. Here's a big one. People do endless leg extensions or curls, or they skip the big lifts, or just use shallow depth. For overall growth, you've got to prioritize squats, barbell back, front, or even heavy goblet squats with proper depth, at least to parallel. Focus on tension in your quads, glutes, and hamstrings. Progressive overload is king here. Shoulders. Pouring the pitcher on laterals with a ton of swing and lightweight for a burn is a classic error. If you want wider delts, do controlled lateral raises. Lead with your elbows. Feel that side delt tension and control the negative. Either increase the weight for 10 to 15 strict reps, or just get more reps with a challenging weight. And calves, man, bouncing reps with too little weight is the #1 mistake. Calves need heavy loads and a full range of motion. Do standing or seated calf raises with a full stretch and a powerful held contraction. Progressively overload here as well. Don't be afraid to go heavy, as long as you've got control. For every exercise, always ask yourself, how can I put productive tension on this muscle, and how will I make this harder over time? This shift from chasing the pump to maximizing mechanical tension and progressive overload upgrades your entire training approach. You're strategically telling your body to grow. Workouts become more efficient, more purposeful. You'll bust through plateaus, no doubt. Focusing on form for tension also means safer training and honestly, fewer injuries. It's just a smarter, sustainable way to build your physique. So, quick recap, stop being solely drawn to the pump. It's part of it, but not the main goal. Your new mission is to master mechanical tension and relentlessly chase progressive overload. In your next workout for that stubborn muscle, ask yourself, am I picking exercises for significant tension? Is my weight actually challenging, with excellent form and full, controlled range of motion, especially the eccentric? Do I have a plan to make this harder next week or the week after, whether that's more weight, more reps, or maybe an extra set? This approach turns lagging parts into strong points. Try it, stick with it, be patient. Results will follow, trust me. If this gave you an aha moment, hit like. It really helps the channel. Subscribe and hit the bell for more no-nonsense science-backed fitness advice. And hey, tell me, which muscle group will you apply this to first? Or what other gym mistakes are you dealing with? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read them all! Transforming your physique isn't about hidden secrets. It's about consistently applying fundamental principles. Prioritizing mechanical tension and progressive overload over just chasing the pump gives you powerful tools to overcome plateaus and build the muscle you've worked so hard for. So train smarter, not just harder, and watch those gains take off.